going to be a very, very grand reopening. I am here at the world famous Ironbridge. It's an incredible structure, but when I was last here in April 2017 with the One Show, we learned then that the bridge needed some serious TLC. So a major conservation project was begun, and that led to a very intriguing surprise donation. Well, the project has now finished, the scaffolding is off, you can see this elegant structure in all its sparkling glory. Eagle-eyed viewers will notice one big change, but more about that later as we go up to open the bridge. First, a little reminder of why this structure is just so unique. 250 years ago, as the early industrial revolution flourished in this part of Shropshire, there was a need for a quick, safe way to get goods and materials across this river. And so, in 1779, this was built, the Iron Bridge. Matt, why did they build this bridge from cast iron?
I guess in one sense, the idea is that they could. You know, the skills and the raw materials that they had in this area meant that they were able to produce very, very large castings. This is the great-great-great-grandfather of all of those fantastic buildings you might see in New York or London.
And how has it lasted this long? What does that tell us about the bridge?
Well, I guess in one sense it tells us that it was really well made. It survived flood, it survived earthquake.
What have you done to it?
We've not replaced items unless it's absolutely imperative that we do, but we've tried to stabilise them and bring them together to ensure that we can keep as much of the original fabric of the bridge. Everything we've done is reversible, so that in the future, if they find a better way of doing it, they can take it all off and we've made no lasting harm to the monument itself.
A staggering 378 tons of iron was used by Abraham Darby III to construct the bridge. A feat that holds a special connection for one man who's travelled here today. Michael, good to meet you.
Hello.
So your great-great-great-grandfather who
Correct.
built this bridge.
Yes, that's right.
Do you remember the first time you came here?
I think it must have been when my father brought me over to pay my halfpenny toll to go over the bridge in 1950.
You have the Derby name. Does that mean you swell with pride when you step foot on the bridge?
Pride is a sin, but certainly great satisfaction.
So what does it mean to you that there has been this huge conservation project?
Marvellous. They've done tremendously skillful work.
And the colour, Michael, does it get the thumbs up or thumbs down from the great-great-grandson?
I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. If this was one of the first colours used on the bridge, jolly good. Let's have another go at it.
Well, here we are. We're now up here on the bridge. We are ready for this grand reopening. So I'm delighted to say that we're being joined by local school children who are marching across the bridge towards us. And yes, do not adjust your sets. There is actually an elephant there. That's to commemorate in 1932 the local circus being in town. And they actually marched a real elephant across the bridge to publicise the circus. But now I want you to meet somebody very special. This is Jochen Munich from the Hermann Rietzma Foundation in Germany. So you travelled quite a long way. Now, your colleagues saw our last One Show film on this bridge, went back and told everyone about it. That led to a €1 million donation, and they did it in your honour to mark your retirement. That must feel incredible.
Well, let me say first that it's fantastic and a great honour to be part of the project. When our people in the foundation saw the first release about Ironbridge 2 years ago, they very quickly decided they would want to be part of it and support it. The reason being that this is one of the prime examples of industrial engineering on a European scale, really, because industrial revolution emanated from here but took over in the whole of Europe.
Excellent. Well, great to have you here, and we're so grateful for the donation as well. Let me come along now to Kate Mabel, the Chief Executive of English Heritage. Now, Kate, your biggest ever project at English Heritage, £3.6 million. Tell me about all the work you did with that money.
Well, it took a lot of expertise, as you can imagine. We had a huge crane in the high street lifting the scaffolding over the river, but not allowed to touch the bridge at all. And then we also had to commission over 300 bespoke cast iron wedges to hold up the deck.
Incredible, and they were all made locally. But Kate, the big talking point here is this. Last time I was here, this wasn't this colour, it was grey. What happened?
Well, we discovered it wasn't grey originally. We did some paint analysis, we went right back to the beginning, and guess what? It was this lovely red-brown colour. So we've brought it back to its authentic colour.
Wow, a very bold facelift. I, for one, love it, I've got to say. Do we like the colour, guys? Yes, oh, there we go, bit of approval. Now, I'm delighted that Michael's back with us. Michael, you're here to open the bridge. You know, it was your ancestors that made this bridge possible. This must be a very special moment.
Yeah, it's a very moving occasion for me. After all the very exacting and successful conservation work that English Heritage has done.
Great. Well, I'm going to get you to get your scissors ready so we don't run out of time. Because, guys, are we ready to open this bridge? Give me a countdown. 5, 4, 3. Let's go. Cut the bridge. It's officially open. This World Heritage Site has been brilliantly conserved and hopefully will last for another 200 years. Back to you guys.